better give me that money.
Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry.
Welcome to Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. I am Jamie G. Esquire, the fifth. It's a new year, and I'm ready for a new start. Maybe I'll even get a new license plate.
And so Tobias, hoping to straighten out his image, set out on a new start.
Who knows? I'm here at Magnum Mills to get down on some action of the final week of the 2023 NFL regular season. How about you, Mills? You ready for a new start? A little action, a little juice?
I'm Magnum Mills. I am ready, but first I have a confession. It definitely bothers me that we're in 2024 and we're talking about week 18 of the 2023 season. And also, if you're just listening to the podcast, not watching on YouTube, you won't get the Arrested Development reference, but that's fine. Much like there's always money in the banana stand, there's always money in Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. Presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. You can find us wherever you get your podcast and on YouTube. We are on social media at Seize the Gap FF. Do not forget that we have games on Saturday this week and no Thursday Night Football and no Monday Night Football. And also try to remember the flaps. They're quite important. Follow, like, and please subscribe. That's how other people find our show, find our channel. Helps us out a lot. So if you could, please just do us a little favor. Click that thumb for us just the once. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
He's so polite. How could you say no to a guy like that? He's got manners. Let's kick it off here by checking out our results from week 17. Mills, you ran the numbers here. How do we do? And what do those bankrolls look like, baby? Am I stacking a little cash or what?
Jamie G. All right, let's first go over our wager of the week results. You lost this one. You had 5 cricket coins on it. That's our show currency. You had the Seattle money line and the Tampa money line. So good news. Sometimes it feels better when you just lose the whole thing, right? You were never even close. You didn't have to sweat it. No worries. I hit my wager of the week. I had a 3-leg single game parlay in the Detroit at Dallas game. I had Baltimore minus 6.5 on the alternate spread, Baltimore to record a sack, and Baltimore on the first half money line. That was a nice one there. Put down 7 cricket coins to bring home 18.48 coins. Then we had some additional action. I missed my first 2-leg single game parlay in the Green Bay Minnesota game. I had Minnesota winning at halftime, Green Bay ultimately winning the game. That did not happen. Green Bay was winning at halftime. I also had Green Bay minus 2.5 on the alternate spread, which got there, but not the whole parlay. I had a 3-team 6-point teaser. I wound up pushing on the Buffalo game, hitting on the San Francisco game, missing on the Philly game. Doesn't matter. Got to hit them all on the teaser. And finally, my other additional action was a 4-leg money line parlay. I had Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Baltimore, and Vegas. Vegas and the Tampa Bay did not get there, so another strikeout there for 3 cricket coins. Jamie G, you hit on your first one here in your additional action. You had a little 2-leg parlay. You had the Chicago first quarter money line and the Houston money line. That's nice. You put 2 cricket coins on that to take home 5.16 coins, paid out plus 158. You also hit your second one, another little 2-legger here. You had the New York Giants plus 8.5 points and the Cleveland Browns minus 7.5 points. You put down 2 cricket coins at plus 194 to bring home 5.88 coins. Unfortunately, you didn't get the sweep here. You missed your third one. Another little 2-legger. You had Tampa Bay minus 2.5 and the Chargers first half money line. 2 cricket coins on that. You missed them both, so you don't have to worry about it. On the week, we both turned a profit. Me slightly more than you. I'm plus, and I am plus 2.48 coins on the week. And Jamie G, you are plus 0.04 coins on the week. You are in the green, just slightly. We're both down on the season, but turning around. First week, we both been in the positive at the same time. I think we're starting to figure out what we're doing. At least that's what we're telling ourselves.
Hey, that's all you got to. Hey, a win's a win, man. We'll take them any way we can get it. I'm proud of us. Good week last week. We lead with our strong hand, so it is time for our wagers of the week. Mills, if you would, set the table for us.
Yeah, pretty simple here. All the lines we're going to give are from the DraftKings Sportsbook, and they are accurate as of about 12:30 p.m. on January 4th, 2024. Still feels a little bit weird to say that. Jamie G, you're going to lead us off with your wager of the week, and you got to put at least 5 cricket coins down on this bad boy.
Yes, sir. Look, man, I'm excited. I'm going to go back to the well with another two-legger, and I'm going to go back to the well with a similar team. I'm taking Bucks -4.5 and the Raiders money line. This gives me plus 214 on the payout, and I'm going to go ahead and put, oh man, this is how confident I am. I'm going to go ahead and put 10 cricket coins on it. Let's get this money.
All right. I like both of those teams. I see what you're putting down there. So I think that's one I might get a little action on myself. I'm going to kind of do a little bit similar here. I'm going to go with a 3-leg single game parlay. Once again, is my wager of the week. This one is in the Tampa Bay at Carolina game. I have an alternate line here. I have Tampa Bay -6.5 points. I have Tampa Bay winning the race to 15 points. And I have both teams to score in the fourth quarter. When you put those three together, it gives you plus 345. I'm going to put down 7 cricket coins at that plus 345. If I win, I'm taking home 31.15 coins. Not enough to swim in, but I'm on my way to filling out my money bin, or at least my piggy bank.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes in.
Second week in a row, we
was
both
piggy
love
bank.
Tampa.
I know.
How does Baker suck us in at this point? We spent all last year trashing them, and now all of a sudden we're riding Baker. You gotta love the action, baby.
You got to on our wagers of the week even too. I mean, these are our big ones. So
I'm out of moves. Come on, there's got to be something. We got to think big. We got to think
Absolutely enormous. I mean, does he need special pants?
I swear to God, it looked at me.
oh man, let's get it. 2 legs are fine and all, but 3 legs, Mills, 3 legs is where it's at. It is tripod time. This is where Mills and I form like Voltron to give you a rock solid 3-legged parlay. You got to have that third leg. First, let's see if we scored last week.
Oh, Jamie G, we came so bloody close. We hit 2 of our 3 legs. We hit San Francisco being first to score and the money line. That was -170 by itself. We hit Jamison Williams over 32.5 receiving yards. That was -115 by itself. But we missed on Atlanta at Chicago, race to 25. Neither team. That was -140 by itself. And unfortunately, Chicago scored 37 points somehow. So that was not the low scoring affair we thought. We even thought Atlanta maybe had a chance there. So unfortunately, we didn't hit that one. Would have paid out at plus 409. So you were betting 100 to take home $509.02. Very close. And to be honest with you, I did not see the Bears screwing us by scoring 37 points. They weren't in a row, but it was still 37 unexpectedly.
Well, all that means is we're going to get it this week.
Yes, sir. And, even on the way to the parking lot, it's time to give out the week 18 tripod time wager. Right up top, we have the Baltimore Ravens plus 3.5. That is -108 right now as we record this. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -4.5. That's your standard -110. And we have CJ Stroud over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Again, -110 there. And that pays out at plus 589. So you're betting $100 to bring home $689.87. Not a bad day's work, if I don't say so myself. You feel this one, Jamie G? You ready for the CJ Stroud? I guess we think maybe the Texans are going to the playoffs, or do you just want it to end in a tie?
Yes, I want it to end in a tie, but I want him to get his 2 touchdowns here. I think he does, man. I think he gets 2 touchdowns. He's virtually done it almost every week, I think, except minus the time he went to Jersey and got knocked out with the head against the Jets there. So I think he gets this done, man. I really like that. And as far as those top 2, I see it happening. I mean, individually, I like them as a bet. So I think this might be our best tripod we've put together so far this season.
Yeah, I like putting some CJ Stroud action together, just overall, putting him together with, say, Nico Collins to score a touchdown and Devin Singletary to score, and throwing this in there. You could do a little single game tripod time there on that guy. I think I'd have some action in that too. Could be a high scoring affair there in that Houston Indy game on Saturday night.
Hell yeah.
When you hear that Dr. Dre, that means it's time to let me ride.
Hell yes.
Remind us how this works and tell us, how did we do last week?
This is pretty simple here. It's just a little contest. We each start out with 100 cricket coins, and each week we have to let it ride. We have to wager it all on any one bet, any single wager, and the first person to get to 10,000 cricket coins wins, or the first person to wash out and loser wager loses. And when somebody loses or somebody wins, we start over and do it how we did. Unfortunately, we're going to be starting all over again because neither one of us got there last week. Jamie G, you let it ride on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers money line at -135, and they lost 23-13. Big disappointment there. And I had 100 cricket coins riding on the Pittsburgh at Seattle under 41.5. And the Pittsburgh Steelers scored 30 points. Shout out Mason Rudolph. Again, I think we liked both of those, and unfortunately, it didn't work. Those are the breaks, but put the chronic back on, start the track over again. Jamie G, let me ride week 18. Who you putting those 100 cricket coins on?
And I'm not even going back to the well. I'm going inside the well, and I'm gonna go there and do a show there. Give me Tampa Bay money line one more time, -225. They're winning this game. I don't care what. This is a safe bet. It's my lock of the week. If you follow us over on our Survivor show on Season Gap Fantasy Football, which you should be listening to that as well. I'm going Tampa Bay here. I know it's not the greatest juice in the world, Mills, at -225, but I'm taking it.
Like sometimes you just want to book a W, right? And if that's that's the calculus here. If you bank a little win and I bust out here, you win. You get a point when we start over again. So there's some good strategy there. I am not going to go crazy either. I'm going to put my 100 cricket coins on something that's -135, and that's the New York Jets' first drive to result in a punt. I feel pretty confident about that with Trevor Siemian. I don't think they're coming out firing. The only thing that probably screws me over here is a long Breece Hall touchdown. I'm willing to gamble that. I think the New York Jets' first drive ends at a punt, -135. My 100 cricket coins ride on it confidently. I'm turning it up, dude. In a residential area, I'm turning the stereo up.
Turning it all the way up here, dude. I love that. I'll probably throw a little action on that too. That's a good one.
This is what they want, huh? This is what it's all about. Wow.
Now that we've gotten warmed up here, I think we need to get into a little additional action. We can make up to 3 additional wagers here at a minimum of 1 cricket coin each. Mills, go ahead and start us off with a winner.
All right. This one, it's not necessarily for you, but it's one I feel pretty confident in, one I've already alluded to a little bit. This is a 2-league anytime touchdown scorer parlay. I have Josh Allen as an anytime touchdown scorer. Again, this has to be rushing or receiving, not passing. That's -145. And Devin Singletary, who I already mentioned, is an anytime touchdown scorer. He's at -120. You put them together, that's +209. I'm putting 3 cricket coins on that to bring home 9.29 points. Again, paying out +209 and that 2-legger. Jamie G, give me some additional action.
Oh, yes, sir. I've got it here. I'm going to go to that Arizona game, Arizona, like Jackie Daytona there. And I'm going to take Arizona's first half money line and the Cardinals to score first. That gives me a nice +156. I'm going to go ahead and throw 3 cricket coins on it at 156.
156, 3 cricket coins, he says. Right. Next up, you had so much success with the 2-leggers last week. I'm copying you a little bit there. I'm actually stealing just a little bit of your first quarter magic here, too. I am taking Tampa Bay -0.5 points in the first quarter. So they have to win the first quarter by at least a point. That's +114. And the Cleveland Browns spread in the first half. That's +3.5. That's at -108. You put those two together. Again, that pays out at +312. I'm going to put 3 cricket coins on that to potentially bring home 12.36 cricket coins on a little first quarter, first half action here. 2-leg parlay, totally inspired by JVG, if you couldn't tell.
I love it. And look, man, I inspire people. That's what I do. Mills, I'm going to keep it rolling here with another 2-legger. And I'm going to go to that New England Jets game. I got the Pats money line, and I've got under alternative total here, 34.5 points. I bought just a little bit of point action just in case we see a Bailey Zappi day, and maybe they get a couple of touchdowns. Don't know if it's going to happen, but I bought it anyways. It still pays out at +160. So Pats money line under 34.5. Let me get 3 cricket coins on that at +160. I like it.
I am going to go a little bit bigger for my third final additional action here. This is a 4-leg single game parlay in the Philadelphia at New York Giants game. I have both teams to score in the first quarter. That's a yes. That's plus 140. Both teams to score in the fourth quarter. Yes, that's minus 125. The New York Giants over 19 and a half team points. That's plus 114. And the first half total over 21 and a half points. That's minus room 112. You put those together, it's an even plus 600. I'm going to drop 2 cricket coins on that to potentially bring home 14 cold, hard cricket coins.
I can hear them jangling around in
They
your
are
pocket
jangling,
right
baby.
now.
They're jangling.
They're jangling, baby. I love it, man.
Burning a hole in my pocket, literally.
Yes. I've got a little bit of additional juice here, but I'm going to stick with the 2-legger here. But I really like these odds. I'm going to go to that Green Bay Chicago game, and I'm going to take the Packers money line, but the Chicago Bears with Dr. Ditka coming through with the first half money line. So Packers money line, total game, Chicago first half money line, that actually pays out at plus 600. And I'm going to throw 2 on it. Give me 2 cricket coins at plus 600, taking home a little bit of cash there.
All right. I like that. I do like to try to, call a little bit of the, don't call it a comeback. You might call that the LL Cool J bet hit or something like that. Although I think he was in a CSI or NCIS Los Angeles, not NCIS Chicago, or in this case, Green Bay. And actually, you know what? NCIS, when you get to, NCIS Green Bay, call me. When you're on your 80th spinoff or whatever, maybe I'll finally check you out and see what my parents like so much.
Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together?
Now, I'm going to straight up tell you that it's time for Paula's picks. Mills, remind us how this works and tell us how we did this week.
Jamie G, you are correct. And this is where we straight up pick 3 underdogs on the money line. If they win, we get the points based on their odds. If they lose, we get 0 points. So for example, we took an underdog plus 150. If they hit, we get 150 points. If they lose, we get 0. If we took an underdog on the money line at plus 500 and they win, we get 500 points. If they lose, we get 0. Pretty simple. Each week, we add them up like the Violent Femmes. And unfortunately, last week was really easy because it is a clean sweep. We missed all our dogs. Jamie G, you missed on the Raiders plus 154, the Dolphins plus 145, and the Giants plus 180, while I missed on the Panthers plus 230. They got shut out. Detroit plus 195, and goddamn it, they should have actually won that game. And I was also on the Raiders plus 154. Last week was the first time we've done this, so it's still a tie up top, 0-0. Jamie G, tell me how you're going to be the first one to put some points on the board this week with some Paula's picks.
Tough week last week. I did get there, though, with Vegas plus 3.5, and the Giants did cover for me as well, but I digress.
Straight up, son. It's Paula style.
This is straight up now. Tell me, dude.
I mean,
So,
you can drink
didn't
vodka
get there.
during American Idol. I mean, this is Paula rules here, but that's no
All
spreads.
rules. I love it, man. Sorry, Mills, please don't hate me for going against your birds here, but I'm gonna take the Giants straight up money line plus 190. Too juicy for me not to. I'm gonna take Arizona straight up money line plus 124. And I'm going to take those Ravens, dude, playing their backups. Give me Baltimore straight up money line plus 154.
All right, Jamie G, I like those. We got a little bit of overlap here. I'll lead with my overlap. I'm also on Baltimore plus 154 underdog at home versus Mason Rudolph and the Steelers. And give me another divisional underdog in the NFC North or in the AFC North. Give me the Cleveland Browns plus 250 traveling to Cincinnati to face Jamie G's boy, Jake Browning. And finally, I'm going to Gabbert, dude. Give me Blaine Gabbert and the Kansas City Chiefs plus 154 traveling to Los Angeles to put the Chargers out of their misery. And they're starting something named Easton Stick at quarterback. I'm being a little facetious. Easton Stick has been all right, but yeah, the Chargers are not good. I think the Chiefs backups can get her done here. A lot of backups getting it done this week, baby. Back that thing
I
up.
like it, man. Good plays there. Good plays for sure. Every time we do this, we gotta end every single episode with our dollar and a dream. I mean, come on, this is America after all. These are our dollar and a dream wagers, and it isn't exactly Powerball money, but it's amazing. It's amazing how much you can turn a dollar into. Mills, did either of us achieve our dreams last week, or are we still out another dollar balling on a budget?
I mean, it's like the guy in the movie Airplane, right? You give him $1 and he can fold, he can make a little plane, he can make a duck, he can make all of these things. And We're trying to make them into dollars. I did not get there on mine. Last week, I only missed one leg. This week, I missed more than that. I had an 8-leg single game parlay in the Detroit at Dallas game. I hit 3 legs. I hit CeeDee Lamb anytime TD, Detroit winning the race to 10 points, and Dallas to win by 1 to 6 points. I missed on Jahmyr Gibbs anytime TD, over 55 points on the game total, Dallas being the last team to score, and there being a touchdown in every quarter. And I tried the Jamie G thing. I had Detroit winning at the half and Dallas winning at the end of the game. That did not come through. That was a plus 10,000 guy right there. So you would have bet $1 to bring home 101 ducats. Jamie G, you also had an 8-leg parlay. You got there on half the legs. You hit on the Raiders plus 3.5, Kansas City -7, the Jets at Cleveland over 35, and Detroit plus 6. You missed on the Arizona first quarter plus 3.5 line, Miami plus 3.5, Tennessee's first half money line, and the Los Angeles Chargers money line. Had you hit that one, you would have bet $1 to bring home $287.09. A cool plus 28,609 on the odds there. That was a good one. Jamie G, you did the best there. So why don't you go first? Show us the way this week. Make our dreams come true.
Yeah, man. Well, get out of my dreams and into my car because this is about to turn into a reality. I got a 10-legger here for you. So let's just follow me because I promise you're going to like where this goes. First up, we got those Ravens on the first half money line. They're going to get off to a fast start. They're going to have some of their starters in there the first half, more so than the second half. They're going to win that first half. Ravens first half money line. Next leg, Tampa Bay Buccaneers race to 20 points. They're going to get there first. Absolutely believe that. Third leg, over 1/2 receptions for Tyler Algier and for the Atlanta Falcons. I think he gets 3 to 5 passes. He's definitely going to get 1. So I really like that. He'll get at least 1 or 2. So that's a easy peasy one there for us. Next leg, New England to score in both halves. Look, even if it's field goals, even though their kicker's been struggling a little bit, I think they score in both halves. I like that one. The Vegas Raiders -3, absolutely love that. I bought a little bit here with the next leg and did an alternate spread here, but I like the Giants plus 8.5 with a 10-legger. Sometimes it makes sense to buy some points. I bought them here. Give me Giants plus 8.5. Next up, Eagles race to 6 points. I think they score first and it's a touchdown. So give me the Eagles race to 6 points. Next leg on this baby is James Conner as an anytime touchdown scorer. I think Conner gets there. We're gonna feel good about that one. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers money line. I think they win this one at home, followed by Tampa Bay -6.5. Again, I bought a couple extra points there to juice up the odds. Really like this one. I think they win by at least a touchdown. That gives us a whopping 10-leg parlay that seems incredibly realistic to me. Plus 26,606. $1 literally pays you 267 buckaroos. Let's get it.
I like that one, man. You almost exactly matched your odds from last week. So let's see if I can do that as well. And you know what? I'm also going to get down on a 10-legger, but this is going to be a single game parlay in your Buffalo Bills at Miami game. Let's see how this one goes. First off, we have Josh Allen, 2+ anytime touchdowns. That's plus 360 by itself. Again, those are not passing. It has to be most likely rushing, but who knows? Maybe Josh Allen will catch a touchdown this week. He can do it all, right? And in fact, he can do it all. So give me the over 35.5 rushing yards by Josh Allen. That one's -115. Tyreek Hill to get more than 100 receiving yards. That's -105. Tyreek Hill, anytime TD score. That's -115. Devin Achane, anytime touchdown score, that's +105. Tua Tagovailoa, over 250 passing yards, that's -175. Buffalo, over 27.5 points, that's 130. Buffalo winning the race to 25, that's +125. Tyler Bass, over 1.5 field goals made, that's 115, -115. And both teams to score in the fourth quarter, that's -230. You put them together, that's plus 11,000. So you bet $1 to bring home 111. Had plus 10,000 last week, so I kept it right there. And I think I did this without jinxing you or reverse jinxing you. No jinxing involved here. I think we're clear.
I hope it comes to fruition. You did a good job with that one. This is all about taking the emotion out of it and figuring out ways to make money. And I think we did that on these dollars in a dream. Can't wait to see them, how they shake out. I think that's it, Mills, for week 18. Anything else before we get out of here?
Just be aware that it is going to get a little bit screwy. There will probably be a couple of late scratches, teams that start their starters but unexpectedly bench them. So just be wary of how you put down your action this week. Don't fall in love with something and then have it not, just pay attention more so than usual. The NFL, anything can happen, but this week, literally anything can happen. It is screwy season. So just be aware. Maybe, more smaller wagers this week instead of going all in on something, unless you got a line. And if you got a line on something, like JBG will tell you, slide into them DMs.
Absolutely slide into them. Man, I love it. Good advice there from Mills. Thank you guys for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. We absolutely love doing this. It is literally so much fun going through all these types of wagers. And now that legal sports betting has brought us in and multiple states can do it, it's just elevated the game of football to a whole nother level for fans. And it's a ton of fun. And just because it's fun doesn't mean that you can't make a couple of bucks while you're at it. Am I right? I mean, come on, it's a business after all. Mills, please remind everybody where they can find all of our stuff. Thank you guys for checking out. We hope you do great this week. Good luck.
And JBG, paraphrasing the great Jay-Z, because he's not a businessman, he's a business man. This has been Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, presented by Caesar Gap Fantasy Football. Once again, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the good ones. We are there. And on YouTube, we're on social media at Caesar Gap FF. Do not forget to pay extra attention this week. And you got weather too. Anything can happen. And don't forget those flaps. Follow, like, and please subscribe. It's all we ask. If you had fun, please remember to hit that thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's JBG. And we can help you bet it. We can help you bank it. But blowing it is entirely up to you.
May the Schwartz be with you.
There's a hole in my heart as deep as the well for that poor little boy who's stuck halfway to hell.
Though we can't get him out, we'll do the next best thing.
We'll go on TV and sing, sing, sing.
And we'll sing